it's nonstop, so you got to stay focused. And yeah, we played against you guys. Courtney was on a team called the Rock and Roll Girls, the NTSC team. She played actually on 4 teams this winter.
Wow. How does that work? How do you do that?
Well, in indoor, you can play as many teams as you want.
Oh.
So it's not, as long as you're playing appropriate, like age appropriate, you can play as many teams as you want. And that should be a goal. Good job.
Good play, girls. Beautiful.
So she played with her regular team, the Broken Arrow Firestorm. Was played futsal with them, and then I got her on that U12 MTSC team, the older team, on Tuesdays. And then on Saturdays, I got her on an academy team, her age, out of Owasso. And then the second...
How do you do it, man? That's crazy.
And then the second season of indoor, I was going to get her off that girls' academy team, because they said they weren't going to play. And so I started asking around, and I talked to Coach Orlando. That's when I met him. He was trying to get Courtney and the coach's daughter on Electric Tiger for indoor. And he's like, well, my team's full, which it was. He said, and all I got's like a boys U10 team. And Courtney looked at me because she'd been wanting to play on a boys team.
Yeah.
I said, well, Courtney would love to play.
How old is she?
9.
9. Holy cow, that's... Dang.
And so she ended up getting on his Coach Orlando's Tigers team, the U10 boys.
Yeah.
And we only had 4 points scored against us. She played defense the whole time. They kicked butt. We got first place. But then that academy team calls me back and said that they got talked into playing that second session and wanted Courtney to be on their team again. So that's how she got on our 4th team. But when it comes to this outdoor, you can play like up. If you're rec select, you can play across as a guest player, as a secondary player.
Do you have to pay the team price, or no? Is it like a different? Okay.
Not an outdoor. You just pay that
The initial
with the Firestorm, and then you can, if you can get a team that'll let you can play up. Which one's your daughter?
Grace, who is number 1. She usually plays goalie, but today she's playing. That's her right there going for the ball.
How old is she?
She is 12.
So if
the coach, because we played this team last week, the coach is like, man, you can't have her out here. She's 15 years old. And they're like, no, she's only 12.
Yeah.
Don't exaggerate.
Well, a lot of these girls are 9 on this other team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Well, that's good for them because
helps them.
Yeah. They had a losing season a couple years ago, but they got better. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
It makes you better.
They've got skill. Good job.
That's the way to do it.
So next season, I guess y'all are gonna have to move up to U14 if you stay rec. But
I don't know if they're ready for it.
I don't know that they can do rec. There's not a U14 rec's Broken Arrow. They'll have to move up to rec select. Well, if they form a rec league, then you can scope out one of the rec select teams, the U14 rec select teams, and offer them your daughter and say, hey, you can play up, so you can play from rec to rec select as a secondary player. But if you're rec select, you could also play her across with another rec select team as a secondary player. And as big as she is, and with that left foot and everything, which is rare in soccer and a handy.
Yeah, she's a lefty, so.
Yeah, Courtney's a lefty too.
Okay.
And she's only lefty on her team.
See, I'm right-handed, but I used to kick with my left foot.
Yeah.
And I played baseball, and I was a switch hitter, and I would bat 60% from the left. So.
Well, Courtney's learned to play both. She does both her legs.
Yeah.
Like last season, she got 24 goals. She scored half with her right and half with her left. But she started off as a righty because I was just training her when she was little as a righty because I assumed she was a righty. And then she started school and come home and my wife's like, did you know she writes with the left hand? She's a lefty. So I started making her switch to her left foot at soccer, which helped her with both. So now she can just do both. But yeah, I'm sure your daughter could play a secondary player and get extra playing time. And then you have to play with the primary team.
Stay in the middle.
If the two games conflict, you have to play with your primary team. And you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to practice with your primary team, which is why we haven't been at many practices.
Yeah.
It's that one. But it's extra playing time. It's free. It's fun.
Hit it.
Good shot. So yeah, you should avail yourself of player development opportunities. It's player development, and it's called a secondary player. You can find it online under the guest player program. The guest player program. And if you can't get on as a secondary, which is where you're on the roster and you're entitled to every game, you can, if a team needs her for like 1 or 2 games, she can do a club-wide player pass and just play like 1 game with the team. And you have to fill out the paperwork 3 days in advance with booking out, and then they approve it, and then you can play that next week.
What was your name?
Lewis Cunningham.
Lewis? I'm Ed McConville. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've been playing soccer since 1980. I still play at Soccer City. Got a game later. I also coached a bunch of teams and a ref for over 20 years.
Awesome. That's really cool. Most of them are 12. A good chunk of them are, yeah. Addison's like, we're playing 12 under this year too. But is Danielle, he won't play 12 under them. I don't know what he's going to do. As a matter of fact, Jamie's been kind of considering, she hasn't really said anything to him, but she's kind of considering doing her own team. Yeah. So, because, she's got all that soccer experience and all that, so I don't know, we'll see what happens, but they just kind of take it in the summertime.
Go, Marissa! Nice try, nice try.
Be ready, be ready.
Nice, Kaylee, quick.
What's up, Haley?
Nice, Kaylee,
Nice.
Llévatela, llévatela.
Keep it out, keep it out.
Hit the bell.
Cross it.
To the middle.
That's a corner.
Kaylee, stay there, Kaylee, stay there. Yes, good.
Corner.
Race, top of the circle. Kaylee, don't move.
Get a hard kick up in the air.
You could also, there's a TSC program, Tulsa Soccer Club program, Academy. They have a guest player program. You could sign her up with the guest player program.
Is that the former Tulsa United? Or no?
It's an academy club.
Oh, okay.
Like the Blitz or the, competitive teams.
Oh, okay.
And so you could get her some extra playing time as a guest player with the competitive team.
How far do they travel? I don't have a lot of time for going too far. Like, Korea and, they did Rec Plus a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We went to Collinsville and Korea, but that's as far as we went.
Yeah, well, the TS, there's some traveling involved, but as a guest player, if they say, well, could we use her in this, and we just ask, where's it at? It's in Arkansas. No thanks.
Yeah.
So, she could play lots of games locally. But there's a list of guest players, and these academy teams like to pick up girls. And I was going to do that with Courtney. Well, I'm actually trying Courtney out with a PNCL team, which is like the best U10 team in the state right now. The coach asked about her over the winter, and I told her no. I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I had the best coach asking about Courtney, and I'm like, she's just gonna stick with Firestorm.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then I started doing research, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have said no. So I'm going to try her out for that team.